what we want to focus on is like coming up after that.
Yeah,
because
after
all
that.
the people sitting at home on your couch watching us because apparently there's just nothing better on.
And if they found us, they deserve a medal.
I've had days like that. Oh, man. Hi, everybody. This is Ken with Manitowoc Buzz, and with me today is Lisa, also from Manitowoc.
Hi, everybody. Lisa Colton. So enjoying joining Ken for Manitowoc Buzz.
Well, I need to ask you because I thought I heard something. It could just be the computer speakers or something. But did you say Lisa or Lisa?
I said Lisa.
Oh, that's very
it's really
European.
Lisa.
Very European.
I just.
Oh. So, hey, what you been up to?
Well, it's like you said, it's the end of April. I'm ready for May and warmer weather. Oh, I have a new website that went live.
Ooh.
That is fantastic. Starfish Graphics did a really great job, and Melissa Walk, the photographer, did a really great job. And when you go to this website, lisacolson.com, it's like you're with me. It's like you're right there with me, hanging out. We could be holding hands or drinking tea. You're with me. That's how much I feel alive on that website.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Because I like tea and I like hanging out with you.
You want to hold my hand?
We better ask Carl about that. I'm not sure Robin would appreciate it either.
Oh, well. It's a metaphor. How's that?
We'll see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Virtually speaking.
Let's do business together. That would be.
Oh, yeah. Certainly, yeah.
I think that should be the new buzzword. Instead of like thought leadership and servant leadership, it should be holding hand leadership.
Yeah. Let me hold your hand. Let me walk you through this.
Or just swing it. You know how like little kids swing their hands, you know? Their hands are clasped. Let's just swing our hands together through this.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's a good concept. You're right on the edge, the forefront of emotional integrity.
You can imagine Mark Zuckerberg or Jack Welch or all the famous leaders all like, hey, that's a great idea. We'll start holding hands. That will be hand-holding leadership. That's what happens when you let me just talk.
All right. So, hey, you know what? I had fun last weekend, which seemed like yesterday, out there with the Stronger Together people and the Grow It Forward people and the United Way people. There was like a boatload of people there. It was like if you took the Badger and just dumped it off in that park, that's kind of what it looked like. Everybody.
You knew I was going to ask you what kind of boat, and there you have it. You gave us an analogy right there.
That's a visual. If you just took the Badger, stood it up, and just shook it, and all the people fell out into the park, that it would look like that. It was crazy. There was nails flying, wood going from one end to the other. It was pretty cool. I was glad to see so many people from the community out there doing something positive.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a text message. Hold on a second here. It's my server telling me that it's almost full of stuff. Okay, thanks. That's great. That's great.
At least it's not like
call me back later.
It's like Matt's wife calling.
Yeah. No, this is not Matt's wife calling. No, Matt, really? No. Can you call me back later? I'm kind of doing a show here. Right? That was hilarious.
We do it all.
Yeah. Well, that was good stuff. I'm glad. And I saw in the paper today, they were on the front page of the paper too. The Grow It Forward thing.
Good. Yeah, excellent. No, that's going to be stellar. I'm looking forward to those people over there at Grow It Forward. They're pretty smart and motivated and passionate, and that's pretty awesome. It's invigorating to see. I was out of town both days, so I couldn't make any of it. But
celebrities like you got to make appearances places like that. You should have at least sent somebody, one of your entourage.
Right. Well, I mean, I did have a gig on Sunday, and on Saturday I went down to it was kind of like one of those MLM meetings, but I went to go hear Jordan Adler, who's a network marketer, speak. And it was interesting to hear him speak. And so I met some good people at Kenosha and found a nice restaurant, an Irish restaurant. So.
Oh, we should probably talk about an event or two. Well, it's crazy. If you're watching this online, which is going to be like Friday, or maybe this afternoon, Thursday afternoon, the last day of April, okay? If you're watching it now, there's so much stuff going on this weekend, it's ridiculous. I can't even tell you how much stuff's going on. There's like 9 events Saturday alone that we've got. And there's probably even more than that.
I'm sure.
But that's it. We've talked about a bunch of this stuff, like the fish boil and the 5K run and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Heart-A-Rama.
The homegrown, I said it right, the homegrown heritage breakfast. Nailed it!
Awesome.
First time. Yeah. The spring hike, all that stuff we talked about last week is happening this weekend. So I don't want to go into that stuff.
It's on.
It's gonna happen. It's like a massively busy weekend. But
I love it.
What we want to focus on is like coming up after that.
Yeah,
because
after
all
that.
the people sitting at home on your couch watching us because apparently there's just nothing better on.
And if they found us, they deserve a medal.
I've had days like that. Oh man. There's apparently some kind of thing going on with Kwik Trip, where they collect caps.
Oh.
So stop by a Kwik Trip and find out all about that. All right, here, how about this one? This one is local. It's the National Day of Prayer. It's on the 7th.
Yes.
Which, if you think about it, makes sense that they would put it on the 7th. Because 7 is like historically a biblical number.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And that's they're going to have the big deal out there at Washington Park in Manitowoc City proper. And it's still, as far as I know, the mayor's going to be there and talking about it.
Good.
So they're going to do that at noon, and then they have, you'll just have to click on it and look at it. But they've got another thing where a couple of the churches are getting together and doing something later on in the afternoon.
Okay.
And that's all I've got to say about that.
Well, I'll tell you something then, mister.
All righty then.
Tools and Treasures, Saturday, May 30th at the Eagles Club. It's their 3rd annual Tools and Treasures auction fundraiser. So the Habitat for Humanity is hosting it. It's their capital campaign, but there's a whole bunch of stuff to do. You could have a roasted chicken dinner for $12.50 per person, but make sure you arrive before that auction. So, new tools, jewelry, golf passes, handmade items, photography, paintings, prints, and a whole lot more. You can buy the tickets at Habitat for Humanity in the Manitowoc office. And they're also, what's today? April 30th? Nope. Donations of tools and art are done. The deadline is done. But maybe they'll take it at the last minute. So you can call them. 683-8466.
683-8466.
Hey, I have a nice voice, don't I? It echoes.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably get back to events. We've got a special thing going on right now. It's actually, let's talk to our live correspondent out in the field.
Well, how you doing? This is Ken Ivey with Manitowoc Buzz, and with me today is Marilyn Lentz of the Horse-A-Rama production here. So you're in charge of pretty much everything Horse-A-Rama, right?
Yes, I have been elected president, so the whole responsibility falls on my shoulders, yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Horse-A-Rama. What's it all about? How long has it been going?
Well, this will be the 27th Horse-A-Rama. It started back, obviously 27 years ago. The horse facilities used to be over in the middle of the racetrack, but when they decided to do a little more car racing, there were some rules and regulations, so they pulled out all the posts and left everybody with no place to show a horse. some of our original members, Bruce and Pat Cornelli, they were part of the group that actually started Horse-A-Rama. They decided to have a fundraiser to put up our lovely ring, and it was a hit, and they've kept it going for 27 years.
Cool. Now I've heard rumors that this is like it's not, I don't know if it's the biggest horse thing in Wisconsin, but the second.
Well, we'd like it to be the biggest, but we are the second biggest. The biggest was last weekend out in Midwest Horse Fair down in Madison. So.
Okay, but that's still pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, little old Manitowoc County.
That's right.
And we've got the second biggest horse thing, so yay us, right? All right, so talk about the facilities here. What do you do with this thing here?
Well, in summer, from Memorial Day weekend through basically the county fair, there's a show here. Well, not quite every weekend, but about every other weekend. There's the Northeastern Wisconsin Pleasure Horse Association. They have a series of shows that show here. 4-H, Manitowoc County 4-H has 3 shows on 2 weekends. And then the 4-H kids also get to come out here on Wednesday nights and practice with their horse, which is a good, because if you take your horse off the farm for the first time and you throw it into a fair situation, it's, there's a lot going on. So they get out here, the horse at least is familiar with the horse facilities, not necessarily the Ferris wheels and everything else going on. But it's a good chance for them, and a good chance for them to all practice together and learn.
That's pretty cool. So you guys, the Horse-A-Rama organization, is basically doing this event to raise funds for the maintenance of the facilities here, so everyone else can do their horse thing.
That is correct, yes.
And so at Horse-A-Rama, what kind of things can we expect to see?
Well, we have some big name trainers come in this year. We have Peggy Cummings. She is from the West Coast, Washington, Oregon area. She is internationally renowned. We heard that she's actually in Europe like right now. But she's coming back and she'll be doing our event. She does a lot on the biomechanics of riding. It's a common misconception that you just sit on a horse and ride. And, I loved your story.
My folks have already heard my story.
Yes, I loved your story. I like to draw a comparison to riding a motorcycle, because it's fairly same position. You have something that weighs roughly 1,000 pounds underneath you. However, the horses have a brain. So
big difference.
Yeah, big difference. They can think for themselves. So there is a lot to learn about riding a horse. You don't just sit there. You have to deal with something else that is thinking, and they are there's flight or fight. They are a flight animal. So if they are afraid of what's on their back, they're going to take off running.
I'll vouch for that. All right, so we've got I forgot her name.
Yeah, Peggy Cummings. Yeah.
Peggy Cummings coming, and then I know you guys have a TAC.
Yes, the Manitowoc 4-H group use TAC. It's not the little sharp things. No.
Okay.
TAC is a horse word for just about anything that has to do with the horse. Saddles, bridles, halters, brushes. That it all encompasses horse tack.
Okay, so it's like a rummage sale?
Big rummage sale, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We run it like a store though, so for one weekend you get thousands of dollars of inventory. You have no idea what's coming. You put it all, and it's roughly, I'd say 100 people usually consign. They bring their stuff in. We put our own special tags. We have an inventory list. People tell us it's the most organized used tag consignment that there is in the state. So.
And if you're just getting into it, you can save some money. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. I know when we first got started, my daughter was 8 years old. We bought a 6-month-old horse, which is a big mistake. It has worked out well for us. We've obviously learned a lot. But we bought a $500 saddle. We still have brushes that we probably picked up for $1 in the used tag. And show clothes, that's a big thing, especially if you're into showing Western. You have the bling, sparkles and glitter and everything on, but those show clothes can cost, $500, or you can get one for $100 or less.
They need to do that for motorcycle stuff.
Set up a used motorcycle tag.
Now I've noticed also in a lot of the videos people take of the event, the Horse-A-Rama event here. It's some sort of contest, people running around barrels. And, forgive me, I know nothing about horses or horse shows, but they do their little thing, and some of them are like girls dressed up in frilly dresses and riding the horse, and they're doing certain things. obviously I don't know what they're doing. But can you explain a little bit about that, the events, the contests, or whatever?
Well, we don't have many contests this year. Every year we have something different. We've had barrel racing, which is probably some of those pictures. Barrel racing is a speed event where you run a cloverleaf pattern around 3 barrels as fast as you can. Obviously, there's penalties for knocking barrels over. We have actually our Performance Positive 4-H club. They focus on, they call it gymkhana, speed events, but they do pole bending, barrel racing, stuff like that. So
Cool.
Put in a plug for them.
What else should we know about Horse-A-Rama?
Well, it's a very family-friendly event, very reasonably priced, we think. It's only $7 to get in for the day, $10 for the weekend. Kids 8 and under are free, so if you have a horse-crazy little girl, we have pony rides. Once you're on the ground, we have pony rides, wagon rides, all at no cost, extra cost.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
We think it is.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Marilyn. It was great to see you again, and y'all come out
Horse-A-Rama. May 2nd and 3rd.
May 2nd and 3rd, the expo, and I'm sure there'll be signs telling you.
Yeah.
You won't get lost like I did. Okay, so if somebody wants more information, directions, anything like that, what should they do?
They can visit our website, www.horse-a-rama.org. And we're on Facebook. By all means, stop on down. We'll have a lot of fun.
Cool. All right.
All right, man, wasn't that great?
That was, wow, terrific. I love that you were the roving reporter for that. Way to
Yeah.
go.
That's awesome. I could be in 2 places at one time.
I don't know about you. I can't remember. Have we ever talked about events in Valders yet?
I think I tried to find something one day.
Okay. Well, today is your lucky day.
Yeah,
Your lucky day. Yeah. The Valders Spring Vendor Fair is May 2nd, which, it is very soon. So run, hurry, run.
right.
It's their first annual. So it's the first time for them. Maybe it's the first event in Valders. No, just kidding. Maybe. Well, no, of course not. It's at the high school. Admission is only $1. $1. You can find that scraped between your French fries and your napkins on the floor, I'm sure, of your car. So check them out. They have lots of different companies there. It looks like, those crafting fairs with the people that do their crafts and all that and all the, what am I saying?
Markets maybe? Craft.
Pampered Chef and 31 and doTERRA and all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah, those doTERRA people are everywhere, aren't they?
What is it?
It's essential oils.
Ooh. Say that again.
It's essential oils.
The fact that you just do whatever I say is amazing.
Oh, is that not how it usually works?
It does, but I just relish in the niceness of it. So there you have it. Valders, they got an event.
Hey, Valders has lots of events, I'm sure, and the friendly folks at Valders, if you will send your events to events@manitowocbuzz.com, we will get more of your stuff on here, and we'll talk about it and make fun of it all the time.
For sure.
Especially if it involves essential oils.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Okay, so I've got one that I know for a fact is in Manitowoc County.
Brilliant.
Yes, and this is from the Pink Heels folks. And they're celebrating the first birthday of the pink fire truck Colton.
Oh.
So actually the truck probably is several years old, but it's going to be the first year that it's actually pink.
Right.
Which is significant. Because you don't see a pink fire truck all the time.
Right, and doing the awesome work that it's doing as Pink, you know, as Colton, did you say his name was?
Colton, yes. And I believed it was named after one of their little boys.
Good. I think so too. Yeah.
And that's happening May 9th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Walsh Field in Two Rivers, Manitowoc County. They're having a 5K run and walk. The 5K is going to start at 9:45 a.m. Registration at 9 a.m. It says no dogs allowed on the course because they don't want any competition, you know.
Yeah.
But after the walk or 5K run, there'll be a birthday celebration with kids games, burgers, and dogs, and a free will offering, which means put your money in the bucket.
Put your money in a bucket because you've got a job. We told you about all those jobs. So put your money in the bucket.
That's right. And they've got other stuff going on too. So yeah. Again, May 9th, 9 to 2, Walsh Field in Two Rivers, Manitowoc.
No.
County.
Two Rivers. Oh, yeah,
Two Rivers.
Manitowoc County. Sorry.
County.
We said a lot of stuff. Heart-A-Rama is coming up.
We haven't mentioned Heart-A-Rama. That's this weekend, right? Yeah.
This weekend and next weekend. So
And next weekend. Two weekends. 2 weekends of Heart-A-Rama.
you
With
can
a
either
support.
attend or you can volunteer. I'm sure they still need volunteers. So check out their website and find out who you need to talk to for volunteer. I'm volunteering on Friday, May 8th.
That is
You
awesome.
can buy paper and like it.
I'm going to buy a caper.
Paper. Paper, like paper. You know, pads of paper. I'm trying to find my old one that I still have.
They sell
Like
paper.
paper. Like this. This was last year's that I still have. Paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pads of paper.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Did you go yet? Have you been?
Well, no, I haven't been.
Well, there you go. You could volunteer or just attend.
The only thing I knew about it before trying to put this community calendar together was I've seen the toilet seats on the wall, I think at Festival,
Yeah.
which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, they before every show, there's 6 shows, they raffle off toilet seats, and it's the best seat in the house type of thing. Obviously, all the money is going to the Heart Association. So people know that that's where they're putting their money. So they come with big checks. Big checks.
They're putting their money down the crapper?
They're putting their money down the crapper. Yep. So
What's the connection with the toilet seat?
so last year, the show that I was at, there was a good run for it. And what they did was they sold 2 at the same price. And it was thousands of dollars, like a couple $1,000 to $3,000 each.
Wow.
Yeah, so you do that 6 nights, you know, and then Rob's also, or the pig also has several. So you go in there and see all the years that they've supported it as well.
Oh.
Yep.
But for $2,000, I want a heated seat, heated and padded.
Oh, I bet it's
with an
heated because
auto
it's.
assist. I want to be able to like click a remote and it gonna help me up and stuff when I'm done.
Here's the thing: when you tell me that stuff, you know I'm going to run with it. So what you're looking for is something to cover your bidet.
Bidet, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes a night.
I wonder if you just hit the button and see streams of water coming out. Look, honey, it's a bubbler.
Yeah, it seems weird here, but it's all the rage in Europe. May 9th, also 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's a bird breakfast and migration celebration with an option of Ross Beaks Galore Workshop. Don't even know.
What was the name of the event?
It says bird breakfast and migration celebration.
It's catchy, but we're celebrating the migrating and the gyrating, and that's the whole like.
Well, listen, this is Manitowoc and it's almost spring, and
I love it.
People are excited about seeing anything alive outside.
I love it. I thought it was pretty catchy. I love it.
Yeah, at first I thought it was some like immigration thing, but no, it's migration celebration. And
No,
they've got a picture here of a coffee cup and a stack of pancakes and a bird right next to the coffee cup. So
Awesome.
that must be a grosbeak, or maybe it's grosbeaks. I'm really not a naturalist.
What I saw a flicker in my yard.
Ooh, a
And
flicker.
it's got like this long beak. It was pretty cool.
Well, anyway, so this they've got a ham and pancake breakfast, and with guided hikes and ongoing children's activities. So I guess they're running around chasing birds or something. They say there are 2 options for this year's bird breakfast. That implies that there were previous bird breakfasts. You can attend just the bird breakfast portion for $6 per adult or $5 per child. And children under the age of 4 are free. Or if you're wanting to attend the Grosbeaks Galore workshop as well, it's $20 a person for the workshop, but that includes lunch. And you can enjoy the delicious breakfast at bird breakfast. So you can have breakfast and lunch and get filled in on the latest happenings of the Grosbeaks.
That is amazing.
They say there's no reservations needed. And if you're looking to be involved in the workshop, then let them know. Oh, for the breakfast. No reservations for the breakfast. You can just show up. But if you want to go to the workshop, you better let them know ahead of time. And they've got
That seems a little odd.
they've got this huge, long website that I'm not even going to try to attempt. So what I'll tell you is this. Go to facebook.com and then look for Woodland Dunes Nature Center and Preserve. And the event is there, so you'll be able to get all this information there. But it's May 9th, 7th to 10. Here's a phone number, 608-264-8694.
Want to hear about a new business?
Sure, why not?
My friend Kim Geiser, who's an artist, is opening up her Sunshine collection. It'll be a store in Cleveland. I thought it was Newton, but that's why I like Cleveland. But it opens Saturday, May 16th. Yep, in the Cleveland Village. So if you want to check her out, go to the sunshinecollective.blogspot.com or find it on Facebook. You'll see it. So she's going to be open Saturday, May 16th. Locally made arts and crafts and fun vintage.
May 6th, next week, about this time next week, we're going to have a special guest on from the Clipper City Co-op. And I'm not sure exactly who it is because I think they're all afraid to be on TV. So maybe we'll just have their silhouettes in the background, you know.
Oh my gosh.
We'll muffle their voices. Yeah.
Like those new shows where there's someone behind. I was afraid to talk about the food.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about the food. There was just too much food.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see who's brave enough to do that. Look of the day. Okay, look of the day. Look of the day.
Look at the day. Hold on. Oh, you got oh, look at you looking up there all fancy.
I don't know.
So sophisticated. My
Yeah.
mother would be proud.
Yeah, we're gonna make an album someday, and that's gonna be the cover.
Oh my gosh, that'll be fun. It'll be fun.
All right.
Well, then, that's us signing off from Manitowoc Buzz.
Thank you for joining us, and maybe next week you'll have something better to do.
Bye.
Goodbye.